to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. And then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner, too, in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
俺はThought Kaguru no Sato no 69 Tsu no Kapkage Moon Suzuki Ichizoku no Grantara da.
Holy shit, dude, that was really good. I was really worried how that was going to go. I saw it on the Google Doc here, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Cancel no jutsu.
Oh, that was, like, impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's written out in Romaji, so it's not like that impressive.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well, we'll trick him next time. It'll all be in kanji.
You don't want that.
I don't want that. You're right. Anyway, let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Ari Grab. Thank you, Ari, for coming back on the show. That was his third time. He made Gumshoe.
Congrats, Ari.
If we're still doing that. Are we still doing that?
I mean, kind of. I think we gotta make some new tiers for the guests. We gotta do like 5 and 10. So far, we've only gone to 3.
So you're on the show one time, you're a deputy. You're on the show 3 times, you're a Gumshoe.
We also call the fans deputies, though.
The lore is very confusing on the show. It's extremely inconsistent.
It's sort of like the Bible where you read like the parts of the Bible and it's like, oh, well, one book says this, but the other book says something different. How do I? And you're just like, that's just religion, I guess. So,
yeah.
Thought Cops, bigger than Jesus.
Yeah. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Anyway, we got a brand new guest to the Thought Cops family, the Thought Cops canon. We got Robert Kuschell. What's up, Robert?
Hi.
How the hell are ya?
Thank you. Oh, God, not lovely that you have an audience here.
Yeah. Keep it down, fellas. Sorry, Robert. Go ahead.
Recording in progress.
It's all the people in thought jail.
So I guess I'm either a deputy or something else, depending on what you determine.
Yeah. We prefer the term friend.
Friend? Oh,
yeah. Let's just, no matter who you are, if you're on the show, you're a friend. You're a sweet member of the Thought Cops family. So
what if someone who's been on the show before gets like canceled hard?
Oh, well,
it's like they're a Nazi or something, and they play the clip of you on the news going, "If you're on our show, you're our friend," and then we get canceled.
Yeah. Well, you just have to put out one of those tweets that's like, it's a really confusing time for me, and just I'm gonna log off for a bit.
Screenshot our notes.
Just be careful of what you say, Robert. Well,
Yeah, I have no plans of saying anything.
Well, that's good. Then Robert is a great friend and a dear family member of mine. Thank you, Robert. So, Robert, you're a comedian here in Neo, Chicago.
I am, yeah.
And you co-host a open mic and showcase at Pressure Billiards here in Chicago with our dear friend of the show, Brandon Kirkman.
That's right. He's also a dear friend of mine.
Yeah,
so I also hope he doesn't get canceled.
Exactly, Brandon. Be careful out there, my friend. Well, that's great, man. I've been doing that open mic here and there. It's kind of, I know we said before off mic, it's always a little bit further away for some of us to get to, but
yeah, I mean, it's at 6318 North Clark Street in Chicago, Illinois.
Google Maps that right now. You can see a great view of the outside of the building. You can peek through the windows and see the stage. And you
can see the outside and go like, there's comedy there. All right.
Yeah. You can click the website and look at the photos on the website, and then see the inside too.
Yeah, you play pool.
You can play pool there. The pool is a little expensive, if we're being honest. Yeah, it doesn't help that also there's a bar across the street where there's a free pool table.
Oh, jeez.
Is it one of those like coin pool machines?
No. It's one of those very fancy, like, they have leagues there and stuff. So you rent a table by the hour or whatever.
Because one thing I used to do when I was a kid is if you had a group of people, you'd all stick your hand like in the hole so that you don't have to keep paying for it.
I've played there a couple of times because they will sometimes just let us play for free. Again, it's pretty expensive, and they're very nice pool tables. Like, they're much nicer than you get. But as a person who's as bad at pool as I am, I don't really care how nice the table is.
Yeah.
But I will still, like, when there's a scratch, I will do the, like, bar thing where I will, like, reach down and try to catch it so you don't have to wait for the ball to go through the thing. And I'll still do that, but it's just a pocket. So it's just right there, and I just completely wasted my energy.
So you're Robert, expert pool player.
That's me, yep.
Expert comedian.
I was a good Yahoo pool player back when that was like a big thing. I got really good at that.
I remember that.
I had like a protractor I would put on the screen while I was doing it so I could get like the angles down properly.
What was it on E-Bombs World or something? Or
I mean, it was just Yahoo Games. Yeah.
Yahoo Games? Okay.
Yeah. Back when that was the pinnacle of online gaming.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time.
What a time indeed.
So tell us a joke, funny man.
Yeah. No.
Good answer. Jesus Christ.
That's, to be fair, that's probably the last time I'm going to ask that now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because you finally found the correct answer?
I found the correct answer.
Yeah.
I have heard you ask that several times on this show.
Speaking of funny, this show,
go
just
on.
kidding. We're doing more live shows. It's looking to be January. Keep an eye out. We'll keep you updated. So get ready for that. It's going to be a great time. Isn't that right, Grant?
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm explaining this fun thing, and he's sitting there with this fucking arms crossed. Like,
what do you want me to do with my arms? We're podcasting.
You also didn't have to tell the listeners that he looked grumpy.
It was bothering me. I wanted to see you doing the high hope stance, like when I was explaining that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'll do it now. Is this better?
We should open the live show with that.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
That would be nice.
Well, anyway.
I do want to say, too, now that you have mentioned it, Grant did look mad when you mentioned that you had to do live shows.
Yeah.
It looked like it was a problem.
As if it's a problem for the fine folks to come out to Neo Chicago and see a live show. Give me a break.
Now, this Neo Chicago thing, is that an anime thing?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I listen and I hear a thing I don't get, I assume it's an anime thing.
Mostly, yeah. I would say, the bulk of the show is it's like, if you don't get it, it's probably from some confusing Japanese cartoon.
Yeah, like my intro today.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know what it said, except he said 69 in there at some point. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. There's also a new episode of Fire Bros that's out right now. If you go to patreon.com/thoughtcops and you sign up for... the $2 tier or higher, you get a brand new episode of Fire Bros, plus all the old episodes.
That's right.
You get, 13, 14 episodes, all for the low price of $2?
That's it? Are you fucking kidding me?
What a steal.
You're practically stealing from us. It's not ethical, but we're allowing it to happen.
There's no ethical consumption under capitalism.
Or Patreon. Anywho, let's get right to it.
Why
if
not?
I may. 2 minutes of hate. Of course, this is the very favorite, very famous segment of the show where we like to blanket punish all these. Robert, could you please?
Oh, God. I was looking at you because you were the one who was talking, but that is distracting.
This is so upset. I know now he's trying to upset
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
He's pouting and crossing his arms.
It's
I'm ready. Go.
It's a little extra, frankly, but yeah.
Read the thing or say the thing.
All right, well,
Give your spiel.
Here comes the spiel. We like to blanket punish these
Open
annoying.
Up, here comes the spiel.
Here comes the spiel, baby. We like to blanket punish these annoying trends, these things that people say and do online every single day on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Reddit, on MySpace, on the IGN video game message boards. That's right, folks. Everywhere you can find it, people are being shitty. So I'll begin. People who still say hipster. This doesn't happen very often anymore, but once in a while, I'm like, it is almost 2020, and people are still out here saying like, "Oh, what a hipster! What is this hipster town, or what is this? Some kind of hipster funny?"
Yeah, it is a word that seems like it should only exist on one of those generic Halloween costumes you can buy.
Yeah, and it comes in a bag at the store.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right next to like the nerd costume.
And it's the same model doing both of the costumes.
My favorite one, Italian plumber.
Oh yeah. Oh, all of the off-brand ones are great. Yeah. But yeah, the hipster stuff is just like, okay, I don't know. Seems like it's kind of regular.
Yeah, it seems like all
stuff.
the subcategories have been sort of watered down. Like everybody exhibits all little bits and pieces of everything, Yeah. And it's just like the only two groups we have right now in America are really Nazis and communists. So,
and everybody's like, "Oh, I liked Thought Cops before it was cool."
Is it cool?
No,
Not yet.
Okay, so if you're listening now, you're still on the ground floor.
You bet.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening right now, you're basically a hipster because We're not famous yet.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm very confused to whether it is like a positive thing. Because I find anytime like anything gains any sort of traction, any phrase, like it instantly gets changed into something that it isn't.
Yes.
So I guess like hipster, I feel like started off as like a cool thing to be.
Well, like the way my 2 minutes of hate is people who are saying it in a negative light. And I'm taking it back and I'm saying it in a positive light. Because if you listen to Thought Cops now, you're a hipster, baby. That means you're on the ground zero.
Ground zero.
Of, yeah.
The cutting edge.
The cutting edge, baby.
All right. Well, that's something. Because was hipster like a like 50s thing?
I think at one point...
I want to say 50s or 60s.
50s or 60s, yeah. And then it was like a positive connotation, right? Like you were an actual cool person.
Yeah, so it was cool then. And then back in 2007, it became negative.
Right.
That was a little before then.
And now we're bringing it back, and it's a good thing. That's my punishment.
Sure. So we're all in coffee houses, thick smoke, and reading our poetry.
Exactly.
And that is what a hipster is again.
It's very similar to the story arc of the word gay, which is like, at first, homosexuals were like, hey, we're gay, we're happy, it's good, this is a good thing. We got this word, we're going to use this word. And then in like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, everyone's like, oh, that's gay. And then people are like, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't equate someone's sexuality with being stupid. So it's like, it's just like that.
It's just
like that. I think that definitely tying in the word hipster to like forces of oppression is probably a really good idea.
It's just like that.
I don't know if your guests are the ones you should be worried about getting canceled, frankly.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I'm just so tired of people making fun of me for my old fucking vinyl collection. It's oppressive in its own right.
That's true.
Yeah. I like vinyl. I have some vinyl, but I don't think anyone has ever called me a hipster for it because it is mostly old original Broadway soundtrack recordings. Yeah. So
yeah, I guess it depends.
Yeah.
Anyway, Robert, did you have something bothering you?
I did have something bothering me. And I actually, on Twitter, I saw that the Thought Cops account retweeted something that was complaining about the same thing. So I was a little bit worried that it was already going to be on the list of things to talk about. I think I know
what it is. Yeah.
But it isn't. But it's this thing I've seen. There was one like 2 days ago or something. I can't remember the exact example of. I looked for it a bunch this morning, couldn't find it. Doesn't matter. But this idea of where someone will talk about how like it sucks that like boomers and Gen Xers are all out there like, oh, everyone's so triggered and like PC culture's ruining comedy. You can't say anything, which of course is a wrong position, right? Yeah. But the counter example that is posted by these well-meaning people is always like, oh yeah, PC culture is ruining comedy. Check out this bad TikTok. Like, what if comedy was awful, like just not funny at all?
It's just like making the exact opposite point of what it was intended. It's like you don't have to be offensive to be funny. You could here's a TikTok of a teenager
playing ping pong with different things.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I do want to make a point. The TikTok is fine. It's not awful. Mm-hmm. If I had come across it on TikTok, were I a user of TikTok, I would say, huh, and then move on to the next one, right? Exactly how it was intended to be.
I watched that TikTok all the way to the end, which is more than I can say about most things.
Right. It is in the top, like a top half of TikToks, right? It's not a bad TikTok, but to put it up as like, this is the pinnacle of new comedy. Yeah. Instantly, I hate it. Now,
Step
through
aside,
no fault,
Dave Chappelle.
Now through no fault of those teens, I hate their TikTok. And that's not my fault. That's Paul F. Tompkins' fault because he retweeted it.
The most common one I saw was, you don't have to be offensive to be funny. Here's a picture that doesn't even say anything bad, and it's like, it's Hot Pockets, but instead of Hot Pockets, it's Cold Pockets, where the inside is ice cubes. And then it's like, I guess that's funny.
Again, if I'm reading this as a tweet, I will maybe chuckle, maybe hit a like, because it doesn't take that much effort, right? Like, fine.
Minimal. It feels very similar to what people would describe as like Christian comedy, which is just like, if you're gonna label it as wholesome, I already don't want to like hear it.
Right.
You know?
Where I can easily listen to someone who never says any swears and is a good little boy and does comedy. As long as that's not like the thesis statement of the comedy, like I won't even notice. It'll just be funny. But yeah, the second you're just like, this is it. This is how you be nice and funny. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people can do that. It's just like...
Yeah, I don't know. That was I just hate that. Don't I need a punishment for that too?
Yeah,
okay.
Go off.
So the punishment is that anyone who retweets one of these things needs to follow whoever posted that on TikTok and consume every piece of content that they have.
That's a dark hole, man.
Yeah. I had TikTok very briefly because Aaron Klopfer, who has been on the show, he posted something in our group chat. Like, I just posted my first thing to TikTok. Can everyone see if they like it or whatever? So I followed the link and I tried to just look at it, but I couldn't. So I had to download the app and make the thing. It was I was in the middle of the night, I was getting ready to go to bed. I had to do way too much. So I finally go through all of it. I create an account. I now have the TikTok app, and the video had been removed.
Jesus.
And I was I posted back in the group chat. I'm I can't see it. And he's oh, I don't know why they removed it. And then he just posted the video in the thing, and it prominently featured Shrek's dick. I don't... Obviously, he knew it was going to be, but it just sucks. I spent 10 minutes setting everything up to watch this fucking video.
Which, by the way, any website or app that's download the app, it's no, just fucking show me it.
Well, I think now the reason I couldn't see it from the link that he gave me was because it didn't exist. Now I know that, but I thought it was that I had to create an account.
There's still a couple apps that do that. I think SoundCloud did that for a while, and then they're hey, we're not making any money. Let's just open it on the fucking app, on Chrome or whatever.
Yeah. Well, anyway, with the TikTok, I kept it for a couple weeks, but I didn't fuck with my notification settings or anything. So I would just get 4 or 5 notifications a day, check out new TikToks, and it would work every time. And I was I would spend so long on that thing and just hate all of it. It just wasn't good. It's just this is not for me.
It's a masochistic platform.
Yeah. I am 30 years old. TikTok is not for me.
All right. So my 2 minutes.
Yes.
That's you.
Is, so, it's Thanksgiving. There's a war on Thanksgiving going on. I don't know if you guys knew or not. There's a war on Thanksgiving, I guess. That's what I read. These are the things
Did you read this? Where did you read this?
I saw it. I don't know. I saw it. Many people, smart people, have said that there's a war on Thanksgiving, and I choose to believe them. But, you go home and one thing that always comes up is politics, and you're let me argue some politics. Bored of eating this turkey. Why don't you guys want to argue some politics with me? Let's talk about politics. And, there's 400 people running on the Democratic ticket right now. And here's the scenario is you say, oh, well, I think this person, for all intents and purposes, let's just say Bernie. I want Bernie to win. I think he's going to go up there. I think he's going to make a great leader. I think he's going to beat Trump, blah, blah, blah. And someone says the phrase, well, Bernie's just going to get assassinated. And it's well, you could say that about any politician. The amount of people that try and assassinate a sitting president is very high. And they don't report on it because they don't want copycat crimes and shit like that. But that's any president. They did the same thing with Trump. Oh, well, Trump's never going to get in. If he gets in, he's going to get assassinated. If Hillary Clinton gets elected, oh, she's going to get assassinated. Barack Obama gets elected, he's going to get assassinated. How is this a meaningful fucking... At least argue with me about the viability of single payer healthcare or something like that.
Man, I'd much rather someone just said someone was going to die than me having to rehash that fucking argument again.
I understand that, I get that, but at least give me something to get mad about. Because this is just
this clearly is a thing you're getting mad about. This is just me
going well, I don't know what to even say to that. Because there's no argument to be made.
Well, yeah, it's a really weird, it's an ultimate straw man argument.
Yeah.
It's gonna get shot.
Okay,
that's so just every politician.
So then, that shouldn't make your decision for you.
It's why bother doing anything then?
Yeah, exactly.
That is the argument, right? Whether it is arguing about the viability of Medicare for all, or whether it is about talking about who's going to get assassinated because they're too radical. It is just someone telling you you can't have too many good things. It doesn't work. That's not how the world works. And what they're really telling you is, I don't want those things. So I will use any excuse to not support them.
And I've heard it from more people than I can possibly fucking hundreds of people. Thousands of people. Not hundreds of people, but a lot of people. A lot of people that should know better. A lot of people that are too old to be saying, well, the good thing about if Donald Trump gets elected, someone's just going to shoot him. It's you can't just say that. That's not a thing.
Yeah,
you can't put that out into the universe and expect someone to fucking go, oh yeah, well, no, I'm not going to vote for them now because someone's going to shoot them. Someone's going to shoot someone regardless of anything.
Yeah, it's also been a long time since like just a random person has shot a president.
Yeah, I think Reagan, right? Was the last person.
Yeah, Reagan was the last one to get shot. But I'm just saying, just by a normal person to successfully kill a president, just a normal person running up with a gun, I think was McKinley. You know, if we're not counting like the CIA.
You mean
as a regular person,
like getting killed?
Yeah,
by him. Yeah.
Which is like 1902 or something like that. Like that's the last time you could, like, the Secret Service was like bad enough that you could just get up and kill a president.
Hey, these bodyguards these days, they're incredible.
They're incredible.
Chill out, everybody.
Yeah. So like if a president is going to be murdered, it will be by like a Praetorian Guard situation. It'll be at least with the collaboration of the Secret Service. Like, I mean, that's how it's got to happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that's too conspiratorial.
No, I mean, regardless of whether or not it's going to happen, it's just like, so what's the, aren't you too old to be making this argument, you know?
That's sort of like a third grader.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that a lot with Obama.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing it a lot since, honestly.
I've heard it a lot since.
I heard it with like Trump.
Yeah, I heard it with Trump. I heard it a little bit with Hillary, and I'm hearing it now with Bernie. And I would imagine that if Bernie wasn't the front, like one of the like 2 or 3 front runners currently, like, I mean, it's not going to happen with Biden because Biden's just going to like fall over and die if he were to get sworn in anyway.
Yeah, you just assassinate him by showing him something spooky. His heart goes out.
Spray his wife's fingertips with cyanide.
Just hire a kid to skateboard outside the White House too loud.
Damn it. I told you kids no more malarkey.
So what's your punishment?
I don't know.
They have to try to do it.
Grant, when the hell are we getting that wheel? Robert, we're supposed to be getting this big wheel we can spin.
I've heard about this wheel for the past like 3 weeks. Okay, 3.
3 is Minecraft. Oh no. I don't know if I want to go with 3. Here, let's go 4. 4 is flip the script. So the if you say this, the sitting president shoots you.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's
glad
pretty good.
This is a gimmick in the show.
So the president gets to kill hundreds of people, apparently.
Only if you say that. Only if that's like a main argument.
Well,
because you don't want to talk like politics like a grown-up adult. You don't want to be like, well, you know, let's talk about Social Security and whether or not we should raise it and like what are the points for and against it. If you don't want to talk politics like a grown-up normal adult and you just go, oh, well, if Tulsi gets in, the CIA is going to shoot her. Like, Tulsi gets to shoot you. That's the punishment.
That's okay.
If you say that.
Yeah, I mean that would be more interesting. I do have a suggestion. If you already have a list of sort of random punishments, you can just sort of stay quiet for a second and put in a wheel spinning sound effect and pretend you spun a wheel.
And for the time being, we could do that. Zwick, that'd be a great idea. Just saying.
We'll work out the logistics of it.
Tick. Oh, it's flip the script.
But God, I want to spin that wheel. That's going to feel so good. Anyway, speaking of feeling good, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and very often unusual punishment. Boys, we live in Chicago. I'm sorry, we live in Neo-Chicago, the home of pizza. I'm going to say it right now. It's the home of pizza. We got the pizza museum here.
That is true.
We have a pizza museum?
Yeah, I guess it's more of a storefront with pizza, t-shirts.
Did you walk past it? We walked past it the one time, right?
I walked past the Hellenic Museum.
That is right next door.
Yeah.
Right next door, folks.
Basically.
Google it.
It's the next building over.
Try to find us.
Yeah,
you are giving a lot of specifics as to where you live.
I don't care. What are they going to do?
That's a good point.
I got a fucking like bat under my bed. I'll just bludgeon you to death.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care.
You actually have like a lot of things that could be used as weapons just out, so.
Including just like weapons.
Yeah.
And that's the Thought Cops challenge. Anyway,
break into my apartment, I dare you.
You guys, Robert, do you like pizza?
I do like pizza, yes.
Grant, I know that you like pizza. I've seen you sit there and eat a whole frozen pizza by yourself.
More than one frozen pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, 40 pizzas in 30 days.
I mean, I didn't want to dox you, but yeah, no. I mean, this guy, 40 pizzas in basically 30 days. Who can beat that? Oh, I know. Papa John. Oh! Papa John. The day of reckoning is coming.
Hell yeah.
We're going to pull up that link.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh, gee, he looks like shit.
God-awful.
He looks so bad. Yeah, the Papa John's thing was very interesting. It was one of those moments where I'm just on Twitter and everyone's talking about Papa John's, and I'm like, why the hell are we doing this? I don't understand. And then
garlic butter.
And then the video came up like an hour after I had been seeing everyone talking about it, but no one's like, oh, that Papa John's video. They're just like, Papa John's sucks. And I'm like, I don't get why we're talking about pizza right now.
He finds his way back in the zeitgeist at least every month or two.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come.
Jesus.
The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
What the hell happened to his voice? Why does he sound
scary?
So fucking...
Well, I mean, Derry will do that, right? If you're eating
Stay tuned.
I guess 40 pizzas. I was talking to my friend about this. I was like, that's an absurd amount of pizzas. Like, oh, I worked at a pizza place. So you eat like... I was like, yeah, you worked at a pizza place.
Yeah.
You didn't own a franchise.
A pizza franchise, yeah.
This guy could afford to eat like real food at least once in the...
It looks like he didn't eat the pizzas. He just rubbed them all on his face. He just swelled up real fucking big.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That laugh is amazingly sinister.
He's like a fucking anime villain.
Yeah. This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, that...
Oh, God.
That video absolutely needs to be studied by any sort of method actor that wants to play the Joker next.
Yes.
Like, that is absolutely... I want to see a Papa Joker. That is my next Joker. Yeah.
And there will be a next one.
I mean, they showed him in that
Stay tuned.
commercial afterwards. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
How far he's fallen.
What the fuck happened to him?
Yeah.
I mean, plastic surgery can only do so much. What the fuck? What's going on?
I mean, yeah, the comment about like just how the difference in the quality of his voice is stunning to me. You know, like that's... You wouldn't expect that to just fall because
he dropped like 2 octaves.
Yeah.
So what's the context there exactly? He said somebody should be in jail for not eating enough pizza.
That's the new CEO or whatever of Papa John's, because he had to step down after he was racist.
Yes.
And so then they.
And that was about a year ago.
Yeah, Shaq bought a bunch of franchises and I think sits on the board now.
Oh,
so
that's
they're
right.
like, oh, we're cool with black people. Shaq's here, and yeah,
It sounds like he traded voices with Shaq.
The day of reckoning will come.
The day of reckoning.
It's a fucking pizza chain.
You read some tween fantasy novel and like is stealing the monologues. Holy shit. Stay tuned.
I just love though, like I think with this he was trying to make the point of like, hey, since I'm not the CEO anymore, it's not as good. But it's one of those things where you throw out just a throwaway line of like, it's not as good anymore. For instance, I ate 40 pizzas in 30 days, and then just every fucking news article headline is Papa John eats 40 pieces in 30 days. What the fuck's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't mean for that to be the point. But that's all anybody's talking
honestly,
about.
the fact that they're focusing on that is a huge favor to him, and not the guy who took my job should be in jail.
True.
Like, he doesn't know pizza well enough, so incarcerate him.
He's a CEO.
He's never going to jail.
Do anything.
Yeah, he's in charge.
Like Papa John's cooking every single pizza for every franchise? Go fuck yourself. You're sitting there collecting money.
Also, I've also eaten a lot of pizza. I can't make good pizza.
And that's why you're not in jail.
That's why I'm not in jail. I eat the quota that the government set out for me.
So is this guy really under the delusion that like Papa John's is good?
I know.
I was going to say, all right, let's be real here.
Kidding.
Yeah, is Papa John's good, or do we just like the garlic butter? You know,
This is the thing. I don't even really like the garlic butter that much. I hate Papa John's. Terrible pizza. And just, growing up, I had a lot of friends who would be like, it's my favorite chain. And I'd be like, why? They're like, oh, the garlic butter is so good. That can't be the best part about your pizza. It should have something to do with the fucking
buy the garlic butter on its own and use it for literally any other pizza.
Dip a better pizza in there.
Yeah. Also, Sarpino says better garlic butter, so I don't know what we're even talking about.
God, that sounds so good. I want some garlic butter.
Garlic butter
by itself.
is good. I don't think it's the worst chain pizza, though.
There's worse.
Yeah. I think Pizza Hut's probably worse.
And even that is like bottom tier of the national chains, you know, because you got like local chains that are just fucking garbage too.
Sure, yeah. I'm only talking national, baby.
Worldwide, Papa John's.
Like, if it's not based out of Michigan and it's not a real national pizza chain, that's what I say.
I say that they should put this guy in Guantanamo Bay.
Under what charge?
Well, you don't really need one for Guantanamo. That's kind of the point of it.
Just say he's bad at pizza. Waterboard him.
Yeah.
Garlic butter him.
He would honestly probably have
torture device.
He would probably have more reason to be there than most of the people who are there. So
true. And let's just keep it simple here. The punishment is instead of waterboarding Papa John, we just put a rag on his face and just drip garlic butter on him.
Although to be fair, with how bad he was looking, he'd probably enjoy it.
Stick a full pie on his face.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Pizza boarding.
Anyway,
that kind of sounds like something like the Ninja Turtles would do when they make a skateboard out of pizza.
Pizza boarding! And they're just fucking putting a rag on Donatello's face and dripping sauce on him.
Well, speaking of ninjas, did you guys see Ninja was trending? The famous gamer / N-word user Ninja. Speaking of N-word
Oh,
users.
man. This is a lot of good transitions for this one.
So what's going on with Ninja? I'm behind on my Ninja news.
I found out that his real last name is Blevins.
Yuck.
Yeah.
It just sounds like
he could have been a butler.
It sounds like someone like
Blevins is an incredibly good butler name.
Yeah. And instead he's a fucking gamer. What a
I don't know.
Sounds like someone was
Blevins.
trying to say two names at once, but they had a little bit of a stutter and like changed their mind halfway through. Like, this guy Evan Blevin. Yeah.
It sounds like you are talking about Kevin, but you realize that you shouldn't actually use his name. So you're
it's like this guy that I know that's a real fucking big douchebag. His name is
Blevin.
Blevin is,
and I'm sitting here like nodding and smiling.
Oh okay. Yeah, that dude sounds like an asshole.
Not me. Got it.
Well, so Ninja.
What's going on with Ninja?
Professional N-word user, professional gamer. He put out a tweet and not a lot of people liked it. This was like a day ago and it looks like he deleted it. Either that or I can't find it, but I'm assuming he's going to delete this because this is embarrassing. He tweeted, "I'll never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers that just miss kicks. I feel like there has to be pools of kickers in the USA that won't miss simple kicks. Or snappers that won't mess the snaps. I don't know, man. It seems so silly. Would love opinions on this." So professional video game player goes, "I don't understand why some people at professional sports sometimes goof up, you know." And then this guy, Ducky the Gamer, points out.
What's he do?
Also a video game user.
Oh, okay.
Whether or not he uses the N-word, questionable.
Did Ninja really say the N-word?
Yeah, didn't we cover it on one episode?
I thought it was PewDiePie.
Yeah,
I think that's all of them.
But PewDiePie, I think, was the one who very famously said it was a heated gaming moment.
Yeah.
But I'm
pretty
Ninja
sure
did.
Ninja may be a twerp, but I don't think he would do that.
I think he did. Someone Google it. I'm going to keep reading about Ducky.
Currently doing it. So
Ducky the Gamer.
What's going on with Ducky?
Chimes in. He goes, "I'll never understand.
Oh my god,
how pro Fortnite.
Well, there
is
a YouTube video called Ninja Says the N-Word Compilation. So I think maybe he did.
Oh my god.
You're like almost making me feel bad about just like harping on this guy. Like lying.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I googled it, because I was like, oh, I was pretty
I
sure
don't
he
want to get us sued.
pretty sure he was
Like,
racist.
there's a compilation.
Yeah,
What
but
did Ducky say?
Ducky the Gamer, he goes, I'll never understand how pro Fortnite players just miss shots. I feel like there has to be pools of pro players who can just click on their heads and hit every shot with 100% accuracy. Just seems so silly. Obviously being very sarcastic. Ninja responds, this is the shittiest reply ever. Fortnite requires movement, editing, building, rotating, and hitting shots. There are no positions in Fortnite. A kicker's job is literally to kick. Horrible analogy, kind of embarrassing.
Wow. Got his ass.
sorry, I'm just focusing. I'm reading his apology for saying the N-word now. So.
Anything worth sharing?
He says that it's his job to bring people together, and I don't think that's true.
And that's why? Okay.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. This is great. I think he has a point though. Like, gaming is a little bit more complicated than playing football. For instance, all the time the white players say the N-word on the field is usually not mic'd. So
I think that's why people are shitting on him so hard, is because they're like, dude, you sit on a couch and play video games for a living. How do you know what it feels like to be a sports person?
This guy thinks he's God's gift to the world. He's such a fucking twerp.
he was on like The Masked Singer, wasn't he?
I have no idea, and I don't want to know.
I think I saw a clip of him on The Masked Singer, and it is a clip of him being revealed, and everyone on the panel just sort of going like, who?
I'm Ninja.
Oh, it's me, Ninja. Right?
A white man named Ninja? Why is this?
Blevins.
Yeah.
Oh, Blevins.
Oh yeah, Richard Blevins.
Christ.
Or
So yeah, he
Blevins.
took the tweet down. Apparently, he just couldn't handle the heat, so he had to get off the field.
It's a bad tweet.
Bad tweet.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
I don't
Blevins.
see. It's probably the worst thing he's ever posted online. I don't see how he ever comes back from this. I mean, yeah, and he's creating division in the community between people who like sports and people who like video games, and his job is to bring people together. Right. And I just don't understand how he can avoid that responsibility.
Talking shit about jocks like that. Come on.
I don't know. It's so like, I don't know. I hear this a lot. I think like growing up, you'd hear like, how do these guys make like millions of dollars to just playing a game or whatever, like about people who are sports. But I don't know. It's to hear that complaint come from someone whose job is Fortnite. It's
very strange,
really dumb.
Glass houses and whatnot.
Yeah.
I got a punishment. Because I think this might end his career, because this has done horrific damage to certain people. Is he has to throw out like a first pitch at a baseball game.
Oh, good one.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Any person that does that, if you throw that ball like 3 feet and it hits the ground, like, you don't come back from that.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
done. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That is honestly the best punishment I've ever heard handed out on this show.
Whatever. Fuck sports ball.
I would love to see him throw a ball.
Jesus, I would. Hilarious. It would be the first video featuring Ninja I ever watched. But I would I would watch it a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of watching a lot, have you guys heard of Baby Yoda?
I have heard of Baby Yoda, yeah.
So we all love Baby Yoda and we all love animated GIFs. Isn't that right, Grant?
Yes.
Oh, he's got to go to the bathroom.
I thought you were doing that on purpose, as he was already getting up.
Continue.
So Baby Yoda is in this new show on Disney Plus called The Mandalorian.
I love your matter-of-fact delivery of this. Like, Baby Yoda is currently...
Yes, let's definitely keep your listeners who are fully versed in the internet appraised of who Baby Yoda is.
For those who don't know, Baby Yoda is a character in the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, and everybody loves him because he's so darn cute.
He is very cute.
And there have been so many animated GIFs of the little guy doing all kinds of crazy stuff like drinking coffee. And Disney went and removed just about every single GIF of Baby Yoda they could find for copyright reasons. It's like it's free advertising.
I have thoughts about this.
This is crazy.
They did not They removed them so that we would get mad that they removed them, and so that we would use more Baby Yoda gifts. I fervently believe this. I know I get a very conspiratorial at times, but there is no reason to remove Baby Yoda gifts unless you want more people to be using them. Yeah. Because what you're saying is it's free advertising. This is Disney. It's not like they don't know how to run a shitty corporation, right? Yeah. Like they control media. So they are doing that so that we get on podcasts and we go, damn you, Disney, I'll use as much Baby Yoda content as I want. And then I do. And
jokes on them. We're not that popular.
Yeah. Well, no, the target is definitely much better podcasts. But
Try to take us down, Disney.
Yeah, you can't.
But yeah, anyway, any jobs available at Disney, I would love them. Please.
I said it before, we are for sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Put every piece of content I've been involved in on Disney Plus, please.
I wonder what the Disney version of Thought Cops would be, because there's no way that they talk about like the stuff that we talk about. It'd have to be like celebrity news level, like
Mario Lopez would be one of the
Mario Lopez and Ryan Seacrest. All right, welcome back to Thought Cops. We're here talking about whether or not
they were talking about that Baby Groot versus Baby Yoda thing.
Oh,
you see that fucking bullshit?
That manufactured like thing. Nobody cares. They're both cute things, but I don't know. I get so mad that these are the only things that we're allowed to have opinions. But those are both Disney properties. Nobody. Yeah. It's just it's creating some sort of like fake like controversy so that we can watch more Disney shit.
Exactly. They've been on that kick for that recently. Like when we talked about before when they announced Little Mermaid remake and she would be black in this one, and like nobody was really mad or happy or anything about it, but they were like, "Come on, guys, to argue amongst yourselves," and it's like, we're good.
No, well, it was just a bunch of people saying, I can't believe people are mad about the black Little Mermaid. And I literally could not find one instance of a person being mad online about that. I think
because all the people that would be mad online have all gotten their Twitter accounts suspended.
Well, maybe. I do believe that there are people who are mad about it. But the reaction from people who are like, no, we have to show our support to the Disney Corporation. For finally realizing that black people can make them money. Like, shit pissed me off.
So I got a punishment here for the Baby Yoda gif. Put him in The Irishman. Because we all know how Scorsese is the enemy of Disney and Marvel.
I was going to say, like, I am glad that he sort of has been speaking out a lot about that, because it's like, I'm of the opinion, like, go watch whatever you want to watch, enjoy yourself however you want to enjoy yourself, but like, don't pretend that this is like fucking top-notch fucking cinema.
Did you see that
fucking Yoda shit?
Did you see that comicbook.com?
I would like to point out that I am very much enjoing The Mandalorian. Like it's legitimately good.
I've heard it's good.
It's better than probably every post original trilogy Star Wars content. So
high praise. Fuck, I was gonna say shit, I lost my train of thought. Cut that, Zwick.
Zwick, edit in a train of thought, please.
Choo choo. Choo choo. What if oranges came in packages like grapes?
I remember what it was. I remember.
Yeah.
Favorite website of the show, comicbook.com, also put out an article saying audiences are saying Martin Scorsese's The Irishman is boring.
I know one person. I know two people who have seen The Irishman, and that is the conclusion that both of them came to. So.
But they're just bitter because of the whole discourse.
They're not. They're like Goodfellas was fun, and this isn't.
But they are mad. Comicbook.com is very mad online about this.
Yeah.
This is like also. I think a couple of things. I think The Irishman is probably too long.
Was it 3 hours?
It's more than 3 hours, which a movie just shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is better than a Marvel movie. But this particular argument is one I have a hard time taking a side on, because I don't like people telling other people what is and isn't art.
Yeah.
But also, this like Disney owning everything is not good for movies or art in general. Like, it's every Marvel movie and now like the new Star Wars movies, which are both movies that I do enjoy watching to an extent, but they are all the same. They're the same like level of actions and the same like not that great jokes that are all over the place. Like there's no difference in it anymore. And regardless of whether I think the Marvel movies are fun, it's important that there is a different kind of art.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there should be many kinds of art.
Should it be at least 3 kinds of art?
Yeah, at least 3.
At least 3.
Maybe keep it at 3, you know?
Yeah, we don't want to complicate things too
Tragedy,
much.
Comedy, and
Disney.
Disney.
It's like the smiley face, the frowny face, and then Mickey Mouse.
And Mickey Mouse ears, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, you put it that way, and then it's like two babies are literally fighting each other on the internet, according to...
You get 2 babies, both owned by Disney.
Yeah.
It's Disney fighting itself, and it
makes me feel like I'm a baby, you know?
That's what they want.
Baby Groot says about Baby Yoda, I am Groot. And it's like, I don't want to watch 2 fucking infants talk to each other.
Yeah, listen to Thought Cops if I wanted that.
I get nothing out of this.
Yeah, this is the only this podcasting is the bastion of art that is not owned by Disney.
Yes,
so
and we are for sale, but
until you get bought by Disney,
yes.
You are the brave warriors in the culture wars against.
We have an oral tradition that goes all the way back to Plato, I believe. So yeah. We're basically philosophers, modern day philosophers.
Plato is essentially a podcaster,
more or less. Yeah. I mean, it was all dialogues.
Yeah,
all of his plays were dialogues. So yeah. So perennium sunning is a thing.
Oh!
You guys familiar with this? This is
like
one of those. This is one of those stories that pops up. That's like, this isn't real, right? This is like a joke. Someone's playing a prank. It's
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's where Instagram influencers are pointing their assholes at the sky and saying that this is like a new health craze.
Cool. And what does it do for you?
Yeah, I just want to say I was doing this before it was cool.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it for the health benefits. Yeah. I just thought it felt nice.
I'm trying to find a picture. It's literally just like a picture of a naked person with their asshole up in the air. There you go.
Oh my God.
How's that look? Hold on, let me pause this shit.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
I need to know, what are the supposed health benefits of this?
All right, so this is an article from the New York Post. It says, in a mere 30 seconds of sunlight on your butthole, you will receive more energy from this electric node than you would an entire day being outside with your clothes on. So I guess you know how you get like vitamin D from the sun?
Yes, sure.
It's a concentrated form of vitamin D that you take in the form of a suppository.
And they do say, you get drunker if you shoot it up your ass. So if you shoot the sun up your ass, it stands to reason you'll get plenty more vitamin D.
Yeah, because it bypasses your...
Soak a tampon in the sun and then shove it up your ass.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, if that's what they're doing on Instagram these days, I mean, we might as well give it a shot.
Yeah.
Everybody follow Thought Cops on Instagram.
Too bad it's a pretty gloomy day, or we would all just go
it's
out.
not gonna... We're just gonna get arrested if we do this.
I tell you, I'd be out there with my asshole open right now if the sun were out.
So here's another picture of a fucking insane person. Big Little Lies actress Shailene Woodley.
Oh, well, of course.
She's also practiced a version of perennium sunning.
Is there a crossover with Scientology in this?
Maybe.
I feel like that wouldn't surprise me.
I think it's just probably more goop crossover.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, yeah. I got some goop for these ladies.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
Well, so Rolling Stone put out, one of these other articles that's like, sorry, anus tanning is not really a thing, which is just like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
I would never have known what this is if I didn't have to do this show.
And neither would you, the listener.
I did see a thing about this now that we're talking about it. On
Twitter?
Yeah, I saw a post about it on Twitter, and I thought to myself very consciously, I'm not going to engage with this.
Yeah.
I will not read this article. I will not learn anything about this. And yet, here I am.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Learning and growing together.
I had an ex whose dad believed that if you stared at the sun long enough, you could receive enough energy so that you wouldn't need to eat anymore. It was actually a more pure form of energy. My favorite part about that story is he was telling us that at dinner while he was just eating an enormous fajita.
What the fuck?
He was
Photosynthesis.
It's a good man, but he's a little...
See, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
It reminds of the opening of a flower, the flower being your hole.
Yeah.
You're pollinating the world with your smelly hole.
Your brown flower.
Yes. And this is how people breathe, it's like trees and flowers.
Yeah, if plants can survive only on the sun, then why can't humans?
Yeah. Open your eyes, open your ass.
I mean, it reminds me of, do you remember the 4chan thing a while ago that was like post your period underwear or whatever, and people are like, I can't believe that feminists are like, trying to create a trend out of this. And then it turns out it was just like 4chan people that were just trying to go like, oh, look at how crazy feminism is. And like nobody really took the bait. It was just people that were just fucking around.
It seems like every time 4chan has one of these, like, we're going to make the leftists like believe this ridiculous thing, it never works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what this is it?
I don't like.
I'm starting to fall for it.
That's what it feels like. It feels like one of those things where they're like, "Oh, look at these fucking health nuts! Like they're tanning their assholes. Like, isn't that fucking stupid? Let's see if anybody else follows this trend." And like nobody does, but I don't think so because there's this whole thing about Dr. Stephen T. Chang called. This guy that's a doctor, I'm trying my best to read this article right now. New York College of Traditional Chinese Medicine. He's saying that this is good and that people do it. So I don't know. This is a doctor. He's a PhD behind his name.
What was his last name?
Chang.
Oh, I thought it was 4chan.
Yeah, 4chan.
4chan.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there it is. They got me.
I mean, yeah, I think that this could easily be some weird 4chan astroturf. It could also be a real health nut thing, and the difference to me is non-existent.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter if you're out there like
I can't imagine caring about this. Yeah. So I would suggest the punishment of, I don't know, just keep tanning your asshole, I guess. Just do whatever.
Idiots. Keep tanning your asshole, you fucking dope.
It seems like living that life is punishment enough.
Yeah.
And I hope that no one believes this and gets ass cancer from it. I hope so.
A whole new, it's like skin cancer on your asshole.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, I feel like melanoma is probably not the greatest... like, get it on your arm, because, like, you can cut skin out of your arm. You don't want to cut skin out of your asshole.
I'll speak for yourself.
What a horrifying image.
I certainly will. I do not want that to happen.
I think some of this, like, alternate healthcare stuff, what is it called? Homeopathy, can be dangerous. This one seems mostly fine.
I'm just surprised at the prevalence of some of the shit that pops up. It's just like, do people really not know that, like, don't buy fucking alpha male pills from Alex Jones and don't buy like fucking vaginal eggs from Gwyneth Paltrow. Like, don't do this shit. Don't not get vaccinated. Don't people know not to fucking do that?
I think this comes up like when people, when you like think of like old West days with the guy running around selling snake oil, and then we all like go, ha ha ha, weren't people so dumb then? I feel like people are dumb all the time, and people are desperate for things to like be good again and have it be easy, and especially in a time where like people are going bankrupt from like real medicine. You have like, oh, well, you can actually just go outside and point your ass at the sun, and then you won't have cancer anymore.
People were saying they were drinking bleach to like fix ailments and shit like
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Because they can't afford like real medicine, and that makes sense.
That's the shit that really that gets me up, that I would have a real punishment for. If you're telling people to drink poison to cure cancer, then
I don't know if anyone said that they were prescribing it, but I think some pop star said that she was doing it.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, that person should be in jail.
For real.
For real jail.
For real.
Not internet jail.
Yeah. Not Twitter suspension jail.
Anyway, let's move on here to Key to the City. We would like to shine some positive light on something nice for once in our lives. I got one. So my key to Neo Chicago this week goes to the Twitter account at BBC Breaking. Let me just read you a
BBC
headline.
What?
BBC Breaking.
Oh, God.
This headline says, "Hi, two members of the public dead after London Bridge attack, source tells BBC." Another one here. "Oh, person believed to has been stabbed in London Bridge area. Suspect shot. Sources.
I liked that I was able, just before you started reading them, to figure out what BBC Waking was going to be, and it was still great.
Oh, whoa. President Donald Trump makes surprise Afghan twip. Voices hope for ceasefire. At BBC
Sorry,
Waking.
this is a Twitter account. Let me just go ahead and get a quick new follow, and we're good. I have a key to the city also.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have been getting into wrestling a lot in the last couple of years. And yeah, I go pretty much every month to the freelance shows up in Logan Square Auditorium.
Oh, yeah, I've been there before. It's fun. It's
very fun. There's this guy, Ethan Page, who is played by Julian. He is kind of a heel who comes to Chicago every once in a while. And the most recent show he was at, and he actually was... He kind of illegitimately won the belts against Smiley Kylie, which made me very upset. And I am still like, one of the things I love about wrestling is it's all very fake, and it's great. But I am legitimately mad at him for this fake thing that happened. So they do a good job of manipulating my emotions. But he has a vlog that he posts he has his website if you go to playedbyjulian.com or follow, I think, Official Ego on Twitter. But he has a vlog he posts like every Wednesday, and it's especially in the sort of like irony soaked like world of professional wrestling. He's so earnest about like everything, and he will just talk about like, you know, sometimes he'll talk about wrestling. He'll talk about like the promotion he runs where he's like writing scripts and things for it. And just, it's very fun to see someone like just talk very seriously about their job that is so ridiculous. But also the ones I really want to recommend are, he is very into collecting like action figures and toys, and he will have vlogs that are all about that. And it's a fun clash with his like wrestling persona, which is just basically I'm cooler than you and handsome and everything. And it's like, but check out my vlog for my games and my toys.
That's a fun lifestyle. You know, you just get out there, wrestle, and just post about your games and toys. Like we got to get some wrestlers on the show.
We should.
You absolutely should. Yeah, I don't know any personally. Yeah, I've seen a lot of them wrestle.
Do you think we should have them on the show in character or out of character?
Whatever they want.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's all real.
That's true. Yeah.
Still real to me, damn it.
That is my favorite thing, is to talk for 5 minutes outside of kayfabe and then pretend like I never break kayfabe. That's my big thing. Anyway, playedbyjulian.com.
All right, my key to the city this week. Let me set it up. There was a tweet that went around. Everybody, I think, saw it. Kiefer Police Chief Johnny O'Mara says one of his officers picked up 5 cups of coffee today at the Glenpool Starbucks for his dispatchers as a thank you for working on Thanksgiving. Pig was printed on all 5 labels, he said. So there's a picture and it says pig. And there's been some debate. People are like, well, I don't think... People were saying something about a profanity filter, and like the Starbucks employee couldn't have done it. It must have been he put that up there, or like someone who ordered the drinks put that up there or whatever. Regardless, his daughter, at Miss O'Mara, says, "This is my father, and I'd like to say that he is absolutely a pig, and I'd like to thank the brave men and women from Starbucks for their service. For the record, my father has zero business being a police officer. He was blatantly, proudly racist when I was a kid. Said things I would never repeat. He treats women like dogs, including his own daughter.
Oh
oink,
my God.
oink.
Holy shit.
I saw those tweets, and she did say he had no business being a police officer, but it sounds like he checks all the boxes for a police officer, frankly.
And then she goes, update. He has seen it and had someone call my mom to, quote, get that shit off Twitter. Laughed my ass off. He was upset. So my key to the city goes to her.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, Miss O'Mara.
I managed to piece together the story that the pig thing was like an inside joke between the guy who was picking up the stuff and the people who worked at Starbucks.
Wow. Okay.
But then he brought it to the stage because he was buying coffee for like the people working dispatch on Thanksgiving or something.
Gotcha, yeah.
Then this guy, the guy who sucks, saw it and he's the one who like complained to Starbucks and did all that shit, even though it's all fine.
Their fault.
Yeah.
And they're fucking minimum wage workers. Give them a fucking break.
Yeah.
This week's Thought Cops word of the week is consumer.
I saw that printed out and written. It's you can see that it's different, but it's just the word consumer. I was trying to sound it out a little differently.
I heard both those.
Yeah,
you made a valiant effort.
So it refers to the genre of memes poking fun at consumerism, particularly fans of the major pop culture franchises such as Star Wars and superhero films.
I thought it was like a combination of consumer and boomer. Is that not?
It's sort of a play on that, and then the coomer. Sort of the coomer, the guy that just never stops cooming.
Yeah, addicted to masturbating.
And then there's a bunch of other ones.
Okay, I did not know what cooming was.
And then there's doomer, gloomer.
We'll get through all these
bloomer.
At some point.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a
bloomer.
lot.
Anyway, before we get to our voicemails, Robert, where can we find you online?
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter at Robbingham Kush. Robbingham Kush. Yeah, if you get through Robbingham, you'll find it. That's my fun handle. I had to sign up for it because at Rob Kuschell was taken by me in 2008 when I signed up for a Twitter account and forgot all the passwords.
And you can't get that back?
I probably can, and now it looks like because a bunch of people online were mad about Twitter deactivating all their dead friends accounts because they're not in use anymore. It is kind of advantageous to me because I'll at least be able to get at Rob Kuschell back. But I don't know. Now I like at Robbingham Kush, so it's whatever.
It's pretty good.
And you won't forget that one. So follow Robert on Twitter.
Yeah, and that is really the only social media platform I'm active on, and I'm air quoting active because I think I have 900 total tweets, but I'm on it a lot and I get mad at it. So it seems to be working.
It's like the two prerequisites you need.
All right, we'll get to some voicemails here. So if you want to leave your own, you can do so at 312-788-7361, or you can send us an audio file at thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Let's go.
Hello, Thought Cops. This is me, Spaghetti.
Hey!
This is a voicemail for Grant regarding his...
Okay, we'll plug our ears.
...post about the gyms.
Yeah.
I gotta sing him a song. Everybody got ha ho for living. Everybody ha ho for living. I got high hopes. I'm high.
How thoughtful.
Thank you for that, Spaghetti.
I'm very grateful because now I can be on the record talking about the High Hopes dance because I was disappointed you guys got it out of the way last week.
And he was doing it along with the whole song, too. Thank you, Spaghetti.
The tempo was a little off because you were high, but...
a little slowed.
Made it easier to get the choreo down.
Yeah.
To be honest, 'cause it's very complicated.
Yeah, you get those rolls. Those are hard to do. You get
the rolls are, Well, it's a 4 count on each of them. It's an 8 count.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and then it's an 8 count just on the... I was having an issue when I was trying to learn the Mayor Pete dance to annoy everyone who has to interact with me.
It's not very difficult.
It's not very difficult, except it is kind of similar to my high school did a version of High School Musical that I was in, 12 years ago, I think. Right. And the dance for All in This Together from that is pretty similar to the Mayor Pete dance. So I was legitimately having trouble training my brain to not do a dance I learned 12 years ago.
Muscle memory.
It's an amazing thing.
It gets in there, it gets stuck.
Also, I fucked it up every show, so I don't know why I still have it in my brain.
It's your boy, Brandon Kirkman, calling back with a classic call from a bathroom.
Which bathroom?
Hey, Rob, who do you think historically is the most powerful uncle? Thank you.
Most powerful uncle?
Is there a backstory behind this?
I mean, just that I'm into history and he's an idiot, I think is the uncle
That's
part
fair.
was
That's fair context.
I know who the historically the most powerful aunt is. That would be probably Victoria.
Okay.
I don't know if I should be legitimately answering this question or not, but it's more my brand to answer legitimately. But yeah, the most powerful aunt is Queen Victoria because during World War II, basically every belligerent was her nephew, Wilhelm and a couple of
I remember reading some quote that's they were all talking about how grandma would be very upset if she found out that
they were all
very upset that all her grandchildren started a world war with each other.
A couple of months before the war, maybe like a year or something before the war, there was a wedding that all of them were just at drinking together. It just sort of like the world's really fucked up. It's really kind of just one family that decided to kill millions of people for no reason. So I guess the most powerful uncle would probably be, I think, Albert, her husband, but he didn't really have much power anyway. So.
Uncle Albert.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Napoleon was an uncle, so maybe that counts.
Yeah, because I was going to, based on what criteria would you say, powerful,
Yeah, is the power specifically the uncle energy that they're giving off? Then that's a different answer. Or is it just
a powerful person that happens to be
an uncle?
Like, was Stalin someone's uncle, for instance?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's not... Lenin was probably... I know he had siblings. I don't know if Stalin had siblings, though.
Yeah, but I'd say Lenin less powerful than Stalin.
Yeah.
Not so many death counts racked up.
Yeah, power is not necessarily always just on death counts.
Well, regardless, it's a very interesting question to have while taking a shit. So thank you, Brendan.
Remember the Mandalorian armor? Oh, yeah! I remember! Oh, remember Lizzie McGuire? Oh, yeah, I remember. Remember Gordo? Oh, yeah, I remember Gordo. Remember Lady in the Tramp? Oh, yeah, I remember Lady in the Tramp.
Disney Plus.
Remember when Disney didn't censor everything for the Chinese? Oh, yeah, I remember.
All right, so I believe there was a South Park member berries.
Yeah.
Oh, remember South Park?
Remember that?
No.
Yeah, I never saw that episode.
I didn't watch
I'm
that
aware
season.
of it.
Whatever.
I know people posted memes of it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I did one of these. I went...
Wait, did he say remember Goro in the middle there?
I don't know for sure. It might have been Yoda.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. I was about to say,
Yoda's back in baby form. How exciting.
And better than ever.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, it's a puppet, which is nice.
Yes.
It's nice that it's not CGI. Sorry, we'll say good things about it. This is the part of the show where we say good things about Baby Yoda.
We can be honest.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate meter maids so much. I'm going to kill them all in Minecraft. I'm going to break their fingers one by one in Minecraft. The next time any of these fucking meter maids give me a fucking $200 ticket, I am going to skin them alive and make them eat their skin in Minecraft.
Thank you for clarifying.
In Minecraft, I will do this. In Minecraft.
This is a thing you can do in Minecraft?
Yeah, the DLC, I guess.
The Minecraft defense.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Popularized by Thought Cops.
I don't know. Seems like a shitty
So
job.
I'm guessing you got a ticket.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Whose fault was the ticket? Because I will say, I have seen the videos online of, someone parks somewhere and you can park there, and then a cop just comes by and sticks a fucking no parking sign in the ground and then writes a ticket like it's fucking SpongeBob.
Like it's SpongeBob.
That happened in SpongeBob.
An old duck season, rabbit season gag.
Oh yeah,
but for $200 on a ticket.
Yeah, the one guy was writing a ticket, and then the car got pulled away, and so the police officer grabbed a fire hydrant, picked it up off the ground, put it in front of the car, and then slapped the ticket on that car. So like SpongeBob.
You sure this wasn't like a clip from one of those Quebecois prank shows?
This is SpongeBob. It's SpongeBob.
Oh, that was SpongeBob. I thought you were saying that's the real video.
Yeah, no.
The person was like, that seems a little bit too much like a cartoon.
I've seen CPD do that. She's in the chat. She says, "There's no signs by my house. I park there all the time."
I am not arguing that your ticket was bullshit. All I am arguing is that it is in some way the meter maid's fault, who's really just trying to do their job. You should be mad and want to kill Lori Lightfoot in Minecraft. Yeah.
Well, that just about wraps it up, I believe.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, fuck. Saving the best for last, of course. Here we go.
So, it was a couple of days ago. I don't exactly remember what day it was.
All right.
But I was ready to go to sleep. It was like 12 p.m. my time. And I get a message. And I was almost like falling asleep. And because, you get that message, you get that dopamine hit. Like, somebody cares about me. But yeah, whatever. I check my phone, and it's a Twitter DM. I don't get those? And it's from Nico. And she tells me...
Yeah, me either, man.
I'm paraphrasing here. You should do McBain quotes as voicemails. And at first I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I remember watching The Simpsons and thinking he was funny. His stuff was funny. But then I look on YouTube. Like, he doesn't really have quotes. It's more like, like dialogue. It's not really funny. You can't really do it alone. Like, up and atom. No, up and atom. Up and atom. It doesn't really work. But then I thought, wait, who is this character based on? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's not German, he's Austrian.
Is that true?
Yeah. And I can't believe,
wow.
I really felt like
it's based off.
The things you learn.
This racism is unbelievable. We live in 2019, people. And we still can't differentiate between Austrians and Germans. I mean, yeah, I get it. We're kind of the same thing. I mean,
what
Austrians
language do they speak in Austria?
Yeah,
it's German is the answer.
We're next to them for a couple of years. Yeah. But still, we're not the same. Come on, man. Come on, Nico.
Racism.
I better not hear him comparing us to the Canadians.
I think people are smart enough to not do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Austria is a German state. I mean, I know it's not a part of Germany, but...
And who is the most powerful Austrian uncle?
The most powerful Austrian uncle? I don't know. Some Habsburg.
Well, there you go.
Or Hitler. I think he was an uncle.
Oh, yeah.
And he was Austrian.
He was Austrian.
So, there you go.
Hey, well, on that note, that does wrap the episode up officially. Robert, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's been a long time coming. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, I have wanted to be on this show for a long time, and I was talking to Kirkman. I was talking to Kirkman. I was like, "When am I going to get on this show?" They keep saying it's like, "Well, have you asked him?" And I was like, "Oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for a Twitter DM."
That's a good fucking note. Fucking ask if you want to be on the show. Most will probably say yes.
Not always, though. That's not an open invite. It's not an open invite.
But just
sometimes people do that. One time I was at a party and this fucking drunk guy was like, "Oh, you do a podcast? Can I be on it?" And I'm like, I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, man, that was me.
No. That is how that happened. But this was a separate thing. I know Robert, he's very funny. This was just some random guy.
Yeah.
And then when I told him, you can leave a voicemail if you want, he just started shit talking me to everybody he could find at the party. He's like, that guy thinks he's such a big shot because he does a little podcast and I can't be on it.
It's a pretty big podcast.
Yeah, I'm saying, this was a long time ago, we were a little...
I'm saying I know it's not huge in like real podcasts.
We're not Joe Rogan yet.
Yeah, we're not on Earwolf or whatever the case.
I have a lot of friends who have podcasts, so this is like the only one that is anything. So.
Well, thank you for that.
That's all I want to be is something.
So I want to be clear. Yes, you can ask, and maybe we'll say yes.
Because we got like a big backlog of people that we try and get on all the time.
Yeah, it's a once a week thing, and I wish,
That was my main thing. It's just like I run a monthly show. And
exactly, yeah.
I get people who ask a lot, and I'm like, I have a lot of people to get through. So I just didn't want to be annoying. No. And you know what? It worked out.
Exactly. So. I sent you that DM. I slid into Robert's DMs and said, "Yo, come over."
That's a different show.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Are we doing that one after this?
Yeah. All right, guys. Anyway, if you want to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/thoughtcops. Get access to Fire Bros. Get in the live chat. Check it out. And I said earlier, leave your own voicemail, 312-788-7361. Catch you next time. We're waving at the mics. Goodbye.